Absolute value of romance episode 11 begins with Eui-Ju overhearing a conversation between Woo-Soo and Dong-Ju. She becomes worried after hearing rumors that Woo-Soo might be leaving for Harvard. Since he has become such an important part of her life and studies, she cannot imagine school without him. Although she repeatedly asks him about the possibility, Woo-Soo avoids giving a clear answer. Later that day, Eui-Ju finds herself thinking about both Woo-Soo and Du-Lai. She struggles to understand her emotions and why the thought of Woo-Soo leaving affects her so deeply. The next day, Woo-Soo notices that Ga is absent from school once again. Concerned about her, Eui-Ju decides to visit the orphanage after classes. There, she learns that Ga is working a part-time job. By coincidence, she runs into Woo-Soo, and the two decide to find Ga together. Their search leads them to a restaurant where they are shocked to discover Ga being pressured by older customers to drink alcohol in exchange for extra money. Furious, Eui-Ju immediately pulls Ga outside and scolds her for putting herself in such a dangerous situation. Before they can leave, two gangsters suddenly appear and demand repayment of Ga's debt. The situation quickly escalates as they begin threatening her. Woo-Soo steps forward and pays off the entire debt. To make sure they cannot return later, he even forces the gangsters to record a video confirming that Ga owes them nothing. Ga is overwhelmed with gratitude and promises to pay him back someday. However, Woo-Soo tells her that attending school and focusing on her future is far more important than repaying him. On the way back, Ga reveals the painful reason why she never trusted the authorities. She explains that another girl from the orphanage once reported a similar incident and ended up being forced out. Since then, Ga has believed she can only rely on herself. She also shares her dream of saving enough money to survive after turning 18 and leaving the orphanage. Hearing this makes Eui-Ju appreciate Woo-Soo's kindness even more. She once again asks him about Harvard, but Woo-Soo simply says that his main concern right now is helping his students succeed. The following morning, Ga arrives at school before assembly, making Eui-Ju extremely happy. At the same time, Jenny returns from her trip and hands out gifts to everyone. Ga warmly thanks her, which makes Jenny smile. However, Goya refuses the gifts and continues acting distant, causing Eui-Ju to worry. During physical education class, Gi-John asks students to shoot basketballs. When Goya misses her shot, Eui-Ju explains that she has an elbow injury. Surprisingly, Gi-John dismisses the explanation, creating an awkward atmosphere. Jenny notices the tension and begins thinking of a way to help. Later that day, everything takes a dramatic turn. While walking home, Jenny witnesses a group of gangsters forcing Ga into a car. Realizing the danger, she immediately sends a message to the group chat. As soon as Eui-Ju sees the message, she contacts Woo-Soo. Without hesitation, he rushes to rescue Ga. Meanwhile, Eui-Ju seeks help from Gi-John and desperately tries to gather support. The gangsters take Ga to a loan shark's office and suddenly claim that she still owes them money despite the earlier agreement. Woo-Soo arrives and attempts to resolve the situation peacefully. However, Ga refuses to allow him to spend any more money on her. The criminals quickly lose patience and attack Woo-Soo. Outnumbered and unable to defend himself, he is brutally beaten and knocked unconscious. At the same time, Gi-John drives Eui-Ju, Dong-Ju, and De-Ju to the location. When they finally arrive, Eui-Ju is horrified to see Woo-Soo lying injured on the ground. The episode ends on a massive cliffhanger as Gi-John, Dong-Ju, and De-Ju step forward to confront the gangsters, leaving viewers wondering what will happen next.